Luke Combs and surprise guest Patrick Mahomes had fans on their feet when Combs' tour stopped in Kansas City this past Saturday. KC's summer soundtrack continues this weekend with Boulevardia. We were there this morning as crews were setting up. And there's plenty more live music coming too, including two of the biggest names in music right now. So that got us thinking, what does it take to land a big concert? And what about the chatter that some say Kansas City gets passed up by some artists? Well, we took all those questions and tonight we're going 360. Abby Dodge turned the mic over to several people who know the music industry well.
The summer concert season is here. Venues are opening their doors without restrictions of years past. But there's competition when it comes to the concerts you get to see in the Metro. How does a band go from a CD to center stage? We're taking the topic 360, talking to people attending concerts, a concert venue executive, local artist, and venue owner.
Live music is the best thing ever.
I see a whole lot of concerts, all different types, all different kinds.
Fans are pulling out all the stops, hopping from venue to venue, hearing their favorite hits after a slow post-pandemic start.
I'm just very excited, finally get to do all these plans that I've had.
It may sound like a broken record. Local fans want more tour dates.
One of my favorite artists is having a tour, and he is going to St. Louis, but he's not coming to Kansas City. I just think it's rude because we're a lot cooler, obviously.
While the idea of playing second fiddle to neighboring cities hits a sour note with fans, they changed their tune with a full slate of summer concerts ahead.
Yeah, still a lot to look forward to. There's a lot of things going on. A lot of people are coming.
Kansas City hasn't fallen flat by any means. Beyonce and Taylor Swift are bringing their tours to Arrowhead later this year. If an artist does skip over the city of fountains, sometimes it has more to do with logistics than a love of the city, something Bill Wah knows a lot about.
Is there a best spot?
You either want to be in the back row of box or maybe row 3 or 4 of plaza.
Bill is the vice president of concerts for Starlight. Most artists aren't selling out stadiums. That's where he comes in.
At the size of venue we're at, it's really relationship driven.
Bill explains it like this. There are a few options for artists when booking a tour. An artist booking agent could work to schedule a venue to play in each city they decide to stop. Another option is a company like AEG or Live Nation buying part or all of an artist's tour. Those companies own or have partnerships with venues across the country. If there's a company-owned venue, that's where the artist is playing for those stops, unless there's a scheduling conflict. When you look at Kansas City's venues, it's ranked 30th for live music. That's coming from concert industry data collector Pollstar.
Kansas City's kind of a mid-sized town. There are a lot of great things about that, and certain artists are going to just be a better match for that.
Cities like Omaha and St. Louis are right behind Kansas City in the rankings. Bill says the competition makes sense from an artist's perspective.
Some bands, they really focus on the Midwest. And we know that they're going to play here every time. Some are the opposite. Some it's just a way to get from one side of the country to the other.
Stepped in with damn Daniels on, look fly with these, no marathon.
Music is a part of Jeff Schaefer's history, and it's part of Kansas City's too, rooted in jazz. On stage, Jeff is flared a rebel. He's been on tours of his own before and says the secret to a good one is playing in areas where you have a following.
People are still overlooking what we have here in this market.
Schaefer says Kansas City has plenty of fans to pick from. Just look at the events the city is hosting with national attention.
But when you understand that we're doing the NFL draft, that we're doing the World Cup, that we have this vibrant festival called Boulevardia, you'll see that it's not just those events, but it's the scene.
He says it's a matter of just getting bands in the door.
Once they show up and do their thing here, they're going to be coming back because they're going to understand that we have a successful market here.
Located in the Crossroads District, Grinders owner Stretch says Kansas City is a must-play for many of the artists he works with.
It's really a crossroads between all destinations, so people want to come to Kansas City and have to come through Kansas City.
In more than a decade, Stretch has seen their backyard-style concert audience grow. But a big production, even at the largest venues, doesn't mean there's a big payout.
Everyone always thinks there's huge money behind this stuff. It takes huge money to do it with a little profit.
So there must be a love for live music to keep the tables turning.
Go out and support live and local, man. That's what keeps everybody going.
No matter which artist stops by, Kansas City's summer soundtrack is already playing. Abby Dodge, KSHB 41 News.